Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
Welcome back. Tom Walker served as a Navy pilot in the 50s.
Yeah, he flew exclusively off an aircraft carrier, sometimes carrying atomic weapons.
Jason Lamb shares this week's Veteran Salute.
Lieutenant Tom Walker was born in New Jersey in 1933. He became a Navy pilot and flew in a nighttime attack squadron over North Korea in the late 1950s. Later, he competed in triathlons, and he worked with the man who invented the microchip. After graduating from Lafayette College in Pennsylvania in 1954, Walker volunteered to join the U.S. Navy. He wanted to be a pilot.
It always appealed to me. Wanted to fly, and that's where you could get into aviation.
While in flight training in Pensacola, Florida, Walker was introduced to the A-1 Skyraider.
It was a great airplane, beautiful airplane. Very fast, lots of powerful engines and guns.
He was given a high clearance rating, and his squadron was assigned to the USS Ticonderoga aircraft carrier. Built during World War II for the Navy, it was deployed to the Western Pacific.
Well, we cruised the Pacific Ocean, and there was a war going on at that time, the Korean War. And so we were engaging with the enemy planes.
Walker would make runs over North Korea, and he was credited with 75 successful nighttime landings on the Ticonderoga.
That was exciting, flying at night and shooting at other aircraft or ships. We got into close air, close to the ocean. We flew pretty low over the water.
He explained when the Sky Raiders left the deck of the aircraft carrier, instead of going up, his squadron would fly down towards the surface of the ocean, saying simply,
that's where we were working.
After going back to his home base for additional training, Walker returned to the Ticonderoga, and this time his Sky Raider was armed with atomic weapons.
It just depended on whether we were going to drop atomic weapons or not. We didn't.
Walker served in the Navy from 1955 through 1959, and then he
went out and found a job.
That job was as an engineer at a new Dallas company called Texas Instruments, where he rubbed elbows with a notable Kansan. Jack Kilby was credited with inventing, among other things, the microchip and the pocket calculator during his days at TI. After about 10 years there, Walker went to work as an officer for Brown Ferris Industries, a waste management company.
Yeah, and then they sent me overseas to work. Moved into Paris, learned how to speak French. They were expanding internationally.
He was one of the executives who took BFI to the London Stock Exchange. In his spare time, Walker competed in, by his count, 39 triathlons.
It's kind of fun to go for a run.
Walker and his close friend Kathy moved to Wichita 2 years ago. I asked him if he ever thinks about his days in the Navy.
I landed on the aircraft carrier, and we had a lot of close air support protecting the soldiers on the ground. That was a job. That was what I was supposed to do. I love serving my country.
After he retired, Walker says he bought his own King Air aircraft and traveled all around the country. The once fearless Navy pilot still has that gleam in his eyes when he talks about his days in the cockpit. Here for you, Jason Lamb, KSN News 3.
On behalf of the Devon James Injury Lawyers, we're honored to recognize this week's veteran who served our country in the United States Navy, Lieutenant Tom Walker. Thank you so much for your service.
I was proud to serve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.